First of all, through vada. Vada testing, we agreed to vada testing. We filled out the paperwork that they gave us. I didn't know the difference between vada 365. I didn't know the difference between none of it. And I've been doing this for a long time. You feel what I'm saying? Because I never had to get in, I've never had to be in it myself. So I didn't know the difference. I know for a fact the day we got to New York, my son signed up for vada. And so if I don't know, I know for a fact my son don't know.
What's up, everybody? It is your girl, Jab Queen Boxer, and we are back for yet another one. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button on y'all way in the building, honey. If you are not subbed to the channel, make sure you go ahead and do so. We are about to get into a little bit of a spider web. So follow me if you can. If you got questions, drop them in the comments. If it's enough of them, then we will go over them on my live Saturday before I take final fight predictions for Saturday's card. So in the beginning of the video, you heard Brian Norman Sr. Obviously, he sounds irritated based on some questions that were asked to Turkey Al Sheikh. Now, full disclosure, I have not watched that particular video yet. I am a member of the Boxing Voice, so this like popped up immediately as soon as I opened up my YouTube, and I was just like, well, let me watch it so I can start, watching videos and making my content. And immediately, along with Brian Norman Sr., I was irritated by the line of questioning, by the insinuations. And I wasn't quite sure what the hell was going on. So I paused the video and I went to see, well, who now is talking about the damn VADA testing in July when they don't fight until November? And then I saw this. Didn't I tell y'all this will happen? Didn't I tell y'all this would happen for every opponent of Devin Haney's moving forward? I told y'all this smear campaign would start from the moment of inception. Now, like we said, he is looking for any reason to start smearing this young man or to possibly back out of this damn fight. Why in the hell would Brian Norman Jr. start VADA testing in goddamn July, bro? You don't fight until November. VADA testing is typically done, 8 weeks before the scheduled fight, which would put them sometime in, September, if I'm not mistaken. But they agreed to start August 1st. Oh, but that's not good enough for Bill Haney, honey. Keep in mind, VADA testing is paid for by either the fighter, the promoter, or in some cases, the sanctioning body. And I know I think they say that the financier, Turkey, would pay for these fights, or whatever the case may be. But the cost of these tests can range from a few bands to tens of thousands of bands. And obviously this range is dependent obviously on the type of testing being done, and the promoter may have a budget for the testing which VADA has to adhere to. Now, it is just a set panel of tests. They test for everything, all the time. So it's no like specific. They have like no out of competition panel, basically. Um, and again, I have to look more into this 365 thing, because from what they're saying, it's basically separate from 365 testing. But when I was on the website, it said that there was no out of competition panel. But nevertheless, the testing at a minimum could cost like 16,000. I did say that Bill, I see that on the post, Bill said he would pay for it, but that's interesting because Bill doesn't even pay for his own damn testing. Now, keep in mind, Devin is sponsored by Snack, which Conti, out of his own mouth, has stated he works with Haney's attorney on the testing protocols. They fill out the forms, and he contributes $20,000 for the services, right? Now, I'm gonna let Brian Norman Sr. give you a little bit more, because this was like a back and forth, and I don't like when it's like all everybody talking at one time. I can't stand that. But nevertheless, I'm going to play a little bit more of what Brian Norman Sr. had to say. I'm also going to put the link in my description of the full video so y'all can go and watch it for yourselves.
You're asking, is he on drug testing? Absolutely. Do I know
Tone,
about
check your
365?
mans.
Wait, bro, wait. So my thing is, if you're asking, is he on 365? I could have found it out for you. I'm gonna make sure I find out, and I'm gonna make sure I come back on here, and I'm gonna tell you if he's on 365. If he ain't on 365, he gonna be on 365.
As far as I know, like
No, no,
after the
no, no,
Ryan fight.
no. Right. So none of it. So this just started for him. So everybody else gotta somehow come up to grips with whatever he said. He don't even fight 3 times a year. Brian Norman finna fight on his 3rd time a year. So he don't even fight like that. He fought 1 time and he fought this is twice, 2 fights in 2 years. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about, bro? My bottom line is,
But
if
hold on,
nobody's
senior
on
though.
three, wait,
Give me.
wait. I'm finna go.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
finna go and I'm finna drop it. I'm finna drop it because I know for 1,000% fact everybody in the chat now and everybody that hears it now are still tuned in and they hear you saying nobody else is on 365 except Devin Haney decided to get on 365 after his last fight with Ryan Garcia.
Yeah,
But now all
and
of a
what's
sudden,
wrong with that?
nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong with it at all.
Now, I don't know if y'all could read the little screenshot that I took. If not, pause and reread it. But a few things, right? The website says he's been enrolled since November of 2024. His fight wasn't until April of that year. So how did he enroll after the fight? But it shows that he's been enrolled since November. Now, full disclosure, him and I think Nonito Daenerys are the only ones enrolled in 365 testing. When I went to the website, just the original VADA website, it does not show anything about 365. But but it has like a small tab now at the top that says 365 VADA testing. I'm assuming they just added that because I don't remember ever seeing that on their website. I could be wrong. Whatever. The point that I'm trying to make, y'all, is I do not like the direction that this whole thing is moving in. It is starting to be a smear campaign from the very beginning. How dare you insinuate that this young man has something going on because he doesn't want to self-enroll in 365 VADA testing? They're not required to do that. They're only required to test 8 weeks prior to a fight. So why the hell are you sweating this man in July? The reason he said he doesn't want to enroll this early is because he's going on vacation next week and he'll be back and then he'll do it starting August 1st when he comes back off his vacation. What is the problem? You know, it's easy for y'all to just quickly, oh, we're enrolled in Red because Victor Conti is bankrolling y'all goddamn VADA testing. If y'all came out of y'all own pockets and had to pay for them every single time and enroll in 365, I wonder would you be? The shit is expensive. And I'm not saying Brian Norman and them don't have the money, but why spend extra money when you don't have to? I'm sure he don't want Bill paying for his damn VADA test. And he a man. He don't want that. Regardless of the fact, just even with some of the comments, everybody always, oh, don't fight him. He don't want to enroll. Like, yo, what is wrong with some of y'all, B? I don't remember any of this smear campaign surrounding Jose Ramirez. I don't remember that. Now, if you traumatized because of what Ryan did to you, whooping your ass, then you know what? Just be traumatized. But stop smearing people, yo. I can feel Brian Norman Sr.'s irritation and aggravation because how dare you? They ain't never had to go through this. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something right now. If Bill and Devin continue to smear all of their opponents as if somehow they're all dirty before fights, they are going to stop getting fights. Nobody has time for this. It ain't like you about to fight somebody out of goddamn Eddie Ray No-So's camp. You ain't never heard about Brian Norman Jr. popping dirty for nothing. But because he got a little pop behind them punches and you don't, all of a sudden it's unnatural. Get the fuck out of here, yo. This shit is ridiculous, man. I do not like the direction that this is going in. The young man said he will sign up for VADA when he comes back off of vacation. What is the problem with that? Just because he don't do it when you want him to do it, who the hell are you? This shit is ridiculous, yo. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to say that they shouldn't take this fight because, as we previously discussed, I suspect that that is exactly what Bill Haney wants him to do, back out of this fight. And I don't want him to do it. I want them to come back off their vacation, to sign up for the vada 365 if that's what it takes. But to me, vada will suffice, because what's the damn difference besides spending extra money? Now you want to accuse the boy of cycling. What the hell are you talking about? Just pure foolishness, yo. Absolute foolishness. This shows to me the weak mindset of the Haneys, how they disregard other black fighters. Because why would you choose him to smear like this? I do not remember, again, I don't remember any of this happening surrounding the Jose Ramirez fight. None of it. You know, y'all try to paint y'all little pictures, yo. Jose Ramirez went to the hospital after the fight. Nigga, everybody get checked out after fights. You ain't do shit to him. What the hell he going to the hospital for? The narratives, yo, this is my problem with Bill. The narratives, man. Stop it with the bullshit. As usual, I am going to continue to keep my eye on this situation and see how it unfolds. I am today going to watch the Turkey interview to see how this whole conversation even started again. I'm not sure if it started with Bill Haney's post or if it started from the interview that Turkey Al-Sheikh gave to the Boxing Voice yesterday. But I am going to find out, and then I will, come back and make another video on it. I am trying to wrap my mind around this whole VADA and the 365 testing and what the hell the difference is. So if I find anything contrary to what I've already reported, then obviously I will bring that to you all too. Until next time, y'all know what to do. Catch me on a panel